All right. So, here we are. Dear God, this is a bad idea, isn't it? Um,
Maybe.
it's Homestuck. We're gonna read Homestuck because two of us have never read Homestuck, and the other two of us have not read all of Homestuck. So
Yeah,
let's
this will be interesting.
fucking
I've
Taking
heard
hours
many
off our
things about
life.
it.
we are using the unofficial Homestuck collection because it is supposedly the best way to experience Homestuck in the year 2023. In case you wanted to party like it's 2009.
Good boy.
Oh, who wants to go back to 2009?
I'm
I
sure
cannot remember
somebody-
Go back to being
2009.
4. That was an interesting time.
I'm sure somebody wants to go back to 2009. Anyway, let's go. A young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April 2009, is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago he was given life, it is only today he will be given a name. What will the name of this young man be? Try again. Alright, examine room. Your name is John. As was previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered about your room. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for really terrible movies. You like to program computers, but you are not very good at it. You have a fondness for paranormal lore and are an aspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games sometimes. What will you do? John, quickly retrieve arms from drawer. Your arms are in your magic chest, poop lord. Remove cake from magic chest. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed. John, quickly retrieve arms from magic chest. You retrieve your fake arms from the chest. You use these for hilarious antics. You captchalogue them in your Silodex. You have no idea what that actually means, though. There are other items in the chest. John, examine contents of chest. In here, you keep an array... God damn it. In here, you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or a cunning prankster. You are neither of these things. Among the artifacts are 2 fake arms currently captchalogued in your Silodex, 1 pair of trick handcuffs, 1 stunt sword, 1 magician's hat, 1 pair of beagle pus glasses, several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and 1 copy of one copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery, and 1 copy of Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cavity. Some of this stuff may come in handy at some point. For now, you decide to just take the smoke pellets. You guys can talk whenever. You guys.
This is certainly something.
You guys can feel free to interrupt me if you need to.
I find it fun listening to you just mess up over and over.
God damn it. Captchalogue smoke pellets. You stow the smoke pellets on one of your captchalogue cards in your Silodex. You still aren't totally sure what that means, but you are starting to get the hang of the vernacular at least. You have 2 empty captchalogue cards remaining. Equip fake arms. You aren't totally sure if equip is a verb copacetic with the abstract behavioral medium in which you dwell, but you give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms. Their card is underneath the one you just used to captchalogue the smoke pellets. You will have to use the pellets first in order to access the arms, but this is probably unadvisable since you just make your room lousy with smoke. Your Silodex's fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of a stack data structure. You were never all that great with data structures, and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. But with any hope, perhaps you will advance new, more practical fetch modi for your Silodex with a little more experience.
You need data structures, you need tables, man. Get out those databases.
This is welcome to the first confusing thing about Homestuck. Fetch modices. Sorry, fetch modi.
Fetch modi.
Can we just
Won't be
fix
the
it with
last
a
confusing
statement?
thing.
It won't even be close to the last confusing thing, but this is at least like a really funny one.
Fetch modi and the Silodex.
Wait until you see Dave's structure
Is
for
the
his.
Silodex like
Dave
like
has
the
a couple.
Pokédex, but
Dave,
for
like
silly
Dave
things?
goes through a couple, but anyway.
Yeah.
John, examine problem sleuth poster. Is it even possible to get any more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. This poster was one of your wisest purchases. There is a nice spot on the wall next to it. You've been meaning to hang another poster there soon.
Well, once we click that.
I believe it links to the store where you can actually buy that
Yes,
for your
yes,
own
it
wall.
does. It does, in
You can
fact, link to
decorate-
that.
You could decorate your room like John's.
I don't know if this poster is for sale anymore.
It might be.
Maybe it takes you to an eBay link now.
John, read note on drawer. This note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershave and colognes. Beside the note is a rolled up poster. It says, "Happy birthday, son. I am so proud of you."
Finally.
John, take poster. Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You'll need some way to hang it on your wall. John, acquire hammer and nails. They will come in handy. You first place the hammer into your Siladex, but now all of your capture log cards are full. You wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails. You guess it doesn't hurt to try. John, take nails. You capture log 4 nails into the top card and push all the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck. Oh well, they're probably completely useless anyway, but you probably don't want to do that again unless you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any... oh god, okay. In any case,
Nate.
you now feel like you have gathered enough things to get down to business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you do will probably be exceptionally meaningful. Right. John...
Oh boy.
What?
Go on, say it.
Say it. Say the line, Bart.
Okay. John, squawk like an imbecile and shit on your desk. This is the dumbest idea you've had in weeks. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And yet, the polished surface of your desk, it beckons.
Oh boy.
John, combine the nails and hammer. You merge the top 2 cards. The hammer and nails are now captulogged on the same card and can be used together. Use hammer and nails on poster. You use the hammer and nails card in conjunction with the card beneath it. John, nail poster to wall. You use the hammer, nails, and poster on the blank space on the wall. It's glorious. Exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time. No, is
What
that-
is that poster?
It's a poster for the movie Little Monsters, you know. The famous movie Little Monsters. Starring Howie Mandel.
I'm sorry, Howie Mandel? The Howie Mandel.
Presumably. John has a
Like when
thing
he was
for
a
really...
kid?
I mean, John has a thing for really terrible movies, so I'm not surprised
Oh,
that I
yeah,
haven't heard of
yeah,
this.
that's a character trait.
You guys haven't heard of Little Monsters?
You've
No.
heard of Little Monsters?
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I've heard of it. I might have watched it once. I don't.
Little Monsters featuring Howie Mandel.
Anyway, the plot of that movie is kind of important later, but who cares?
You can't watch.
Looks like we gotta watch it.
John, examine Con Air poster. What is
Oh, I
this-
love
what is
Con
this linked
Air.
to?
It says a lot
Con
about you.
Air.
I
doesn't
think
it?
this is just a real movie clip. So,
I love Con Air. It's when
Not
Nicolas
that.
Cage.
It explains
does-
the rabbit, the bunny stuffy.
I know, but it's probably copyrighted.
It's
Probably.
I mean, I can explain. Con Air is when Nicolas Cage does a terrible, terrible Southern accent.
Is that the only thing
Awful.
about this movie that we have to really know about?
I
No,
s-
there's
don't.
a whole bunny bit.
I've never
There is
seen
the
it, but
whole
I've seen my
bunny
parents
bit,
watch
but
it.
like this is just an actual clip from Con Air.
Yeah.
What if you just have your cursor moving around really fast around it, and then it's like, yeah. What are we gonna? What are they gonna do? Demonetize us?
I think we'd get a claim for the audio, and I don't want to deal with it.
What if we just
Yeah.
mute it and have subtitles?
What if we dub this a reaction to it?
Reaction to 1 minute and 45 seconds of Con Air.
Reaction to Homestuck and everything that is included in Homestuck.
Anyway,
Including-
John, examine Deep Impact poster.
deep impact.
Morgan Freeman's genteel, homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis. Oceans rise, cities fall, hope survives. Wow. Films about impending apocalypse fascinate you. Plus, a black president? Now you've seen anything. Or seen everything.
This is before.
Okay. That's a starting off.
Is this before? Is this?
I
before
can't
Obama,
tell if this was written before or after Obama. 4/14/2009. When did Obama take office?
Well,
Sometime
he
after
left
2009.
office. He left office in 2016
Mm-hmm.
and had 8 years of presidency.
So he would have been elected.
It would have been
2008.
2012, I think, or 2008. Yeah, it would have been 2008.
2000. Yeah. So
Is that 8 years?
Obama. So Obama was.
So this is
maybe
this
not
is
when
a,
this
this is a
movie aired.
this is well, yeah, definitely not when the movie aired. This was a joke about okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was a joke at old school cinema.
Hussey
Getting
saying,
angry at
"Oh,
Morgan
also
Freeman,
the
though.
movie posters foreshadow practically everything in the story."
Boy.
John, examine calendar. You've marked your birthday, the 13th of April. Another day you marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted Spurb beta launch. It's been 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore subject with you.
Is
It's
this
just-
a reference
this
to
just-
the herbs?
What is this? Oh, this is the Homestuck beta.
Why is it smooth?
Yeah, apparently the entirety of Homestuck was supposed to be made in Flash at one point.
It's terrifying.
I hate it so much.
Wait, is this a reference to the herbs? No, herbs.
The what?
You
What
don't
are you-
remember herbs?
I think
It
it's
was like the same. It was
Herbs
like
time?
it was like on the PlayStation or something, and it was like supposed to be The Sims, but for like urban, and it was supposed to be like I don't know how to like describe this.
I
as,
think
like,
it's just the word
city living.
I think it's just supposed to be the word suburb with a U removed.
Yeah.
It could be
John,
reference to
eat
the
cake.
herbs.
You are sick to death of cake. You've been eating it all day, and you have no intention of clogging your Silodex with it either. The cake stays put for now. You hear a notice from your computer. Someone is messaging you. Oh boy, here we go. John, examine incoming message. Right, I forgot that's what that looked like.
Hey.
You pull up to your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. You decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper, which you made yourself. You are really proud of it. Your desktop is also littered with various programming project files. You are so bad at programming, sometimes you wonder why you even bother with it. Your Pester Chum application is flashing. Someone is trying to get in touch with you. Open Pester
You
Chum.
and me both, buddy.
Only one of your chums is logged in. He sent you a message. Oh god, here we go.
Get ready, Dylan.
It was me. Okay.
Hey, so what sort of insane loot did you rake in today?
I got a little monster poster. It's so awesome. I'm going to watch it again today. The apple juice scene was so funny.
Oh hell, that's such a coincidence. I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet. It is like fucking Christmas up in here.
Okay, I should not drink during that. Okay, that's fine, but I just have one question and then a word of caution. Have you ever seen a movie called Little Monsters starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage?
But the seal on the bottle is unbroken. Are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory?
All I'm saying is, don't you think Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, numbnuts.
Why did the fat kid who ever drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was nigh instantaneous.
It was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice.
Okay, I can accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. But who cares about this? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet?
No, did you?
Man, I got 2 copies already, but I don't care. I'm not gonna play it or anything. The game sounds boring. Did you see how it got slammed in Game Bro?
Game Bro is a joke and we both know it.
Yeah. Why don't you go check your mail? Maybe it's there now.
Alright.
John, look out window. You see the view of your yard from the window. Hanging from the tree is your tire swing. In a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terribly proper gentleman at all. And there beside your driveway is the mailbox. Examine mailbox. The little red arm swingy dealy thing, or whatever it's called, is flipped up. What the hell is that thing called anyway? You do not have time for these semantics. The red flippy lever thing means you have new mail, and that means the beta might be here. Go outside and check mailbox. You're about to hurry downstairs when you hear a car pull into the driveway. It looks like your dad has returned from the grocery store. Oh great, he's beating you to the mail. Forget it, check mail later. If you go downstairs to get it, he will likely monopolize hours of your time. You decide to chill up here for a while until the dust settles. Sometimes you feel like you're trapped in this room, stuck, if you will, in a sense which possibly borders on the titular. And now...
Is he Homestuck, perhaps?
And now
Layered it on there.
And now your chum is pestering you again. The clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly, operating the swing lever dealies of harassment in perpetuity. Whatever, the dude can just hold his damn horses. Examine games on CD rack. You've put countless man-hours into this assortment of quality titles. I think that's the entire animation.
Yeah.
Just flash
Oh,
the
wait,
screen a
is
little
this?
bit.
Oh, wait, you hover over it. We got, what do we got? We got Bard Quest, the Caper Havers, Nothing, Problem Sleuth, Andrew
you ever
Hussey doing a
read-
little bit of self-advertising, and It Don't Stop. Whatever the hell
What
this
Pumpkin?
is. Oh, it's What Pumpkin,
Pumpkin?
yeah, sorry. Ghostbusters 2, the MMORPG. We got the Little Monsters game on Game Boy, made by Konami. I don't think this is real.
No way.
We got Harry Anderson's Call My Bluff. Anyway, if you click this, it probably takes you to the link to Bard Quest, right? Yeah.
Have you ever read Bard
Oh god.
Quest?
No, I have not read Bard
Wait,
Quest.
I want to go to
It's
the MMO part.
Equally there's a lot of jokes about that cod piece in it.
Well, I mean, Homestuck has the bug. What happens if you click What Pumpkin? Oh, Jailbreak Adventure.
Have you ever read
What if you click
Jailbreak?
on Ghostbusters? 2,
Nothing
the
nothing
MMO?
happens if you click on the
Talking
ghost.
about Little
No.
Monsters.
We are not going
it
to
keeps
watch
telling us.
Howie Mandel's Little Monsters.
It's not that bad.
If
I
we can
can't
get this
confirm I
first
have watched it.
episode to 10 likes, we're gonna sit down and watch Howie Mandel.
Don't promise
Little
that.
Mon-
We will not know. We are not doing that.
I'm promising that.
Read Colonel Sassacre's daunting text already. You decide to consult with the Colonel's Nope. You decide to consult with the Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, this thing is huge. It could kill a cat if you dropped it. But to really dig into this hefty book, you will have to capture log it. You're not sure you are ready to logjam your other artifacts beneath it just yet. Capture log fake arms again. What did you just say? You don't want to clog up your... Oh, Jesus. In a momentary lapse of concentration, you accidentally capture log the arms again. Set Pester Chum status to bully. You don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to rancorous, but you still feel the Pester Chum client should reflect your mood change in some way. Bully will have to do, you guess. This unsurprisingly does nothing whatsoever. Oh right, you forgot your chum is still pestering you. Answer chum. Is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you can play with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's macking on me so hard all the time I start to feel embarrassed for her. I mean, not that I can blame her or anything.
Yes, it is understandable because you are really attractive. I am attracted to you.
Thank you.
JK, haha. No, I don't have it yet. My dad has the mail, and I guess I have to go get it from him and see if it's there. And I've been busy spending all afternoon shitting around with my stupid Scylla decks. It's so frustrating.
What's your modus?
What?
How do you retrieve artifacts from it?
Oh, like one at a time, I guess, and if I put too much in, something falls out.
Stack?
What's yours?
Hash map. My bro taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything and is awesome.
What the hell is that?
You should probably brush up on your data structures.
I guess?
Did you at least allocate your strife specibus?
No.
It could free up his card for you, plus let you attack stuff whenever things get too out to handle, which is never. What have you got?
Well, I've got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms.
Wow, you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and then allocate the hammer to the specibus.
How?
I don't know, just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works. John, combine fake arms with cake. You stick the fake arms in the cake on your bed. This definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You're sure Colonel Sassacre would know the precise index of elevated
Oh my
hilarity.
gosh, is that a poster for Mac and Me?
Yeah.
Wow, you really are, John.
You really are, John.
I love Mac and Me. Well, I mean, specifically like Mystery Science Theater 3000's rendition of Mac and Me, but still, I love Mac and Me.
Real life John.
You know about Mac and Me, you know about Con Air.
The only difference
You
is
could not
that
have picked
Dylan's
a
good
better
at
person than
database.
John.
John,
That's the one thing right about this.
allocate hammer to strife specimens. Oh, you could have ice pick kind.
Golf club kind.
Watches after
Spatula
reading this,
kind.
Dylan just gets worse with database.
You check the back of your you check the back of your strife specimens for the kind abstratus you have in mind for it.
Wait, there's a hacky sack kind.
I mean, we all know how much trouble database gave me at the beginning and end of Unity.
Is this fancy
that was-
syntax kind?
Cleaver. Hey, but at least you could do database. I probably couldn't have done any of it.
Your strife
that
specimens has
bad.
been allocated with the hammer kind abstratus. The hammer has been moved from your capture log deck to your strife deck. Report progress to TG.
Oh, wait, go back.
Go back.
Oh, look, read the thing.
John, deallocate hammer kind specimens, reallocate as Ghostbusters 2 MMORPG kind.
I have my book open.
John, report progress to TG. Oh, right, that's it.
Okay, I did it.
Hammer kind?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be the permanent allocation for your specimens. I guess I should have mentioned that. Hope you like hammers, dude.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be all that relevant.
That's what we call foreshadowing.
The pogo hammer.
Yeah, never say that, then it's just gonna go bad.
John, capture log Colonel's big book. Now that you've got some space in your Silodex to work with, you figure you might as well start squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this is one respect in which the cards present some convenience. John, examine Game Bro magazine. Game Bro, Spurb, why the game of the year or whatever isn't as good as some other stuff I like that's better.
Ooh.
Are you ready to read the entire page for the article?
John, read article. Okay, Spurb is this game that a lot of cats seem hella pumped of, and this beta is sitting on my desk for review, so I'm like, yeah, man, I'll write something. But I don't know, I'm like, so this is about houses or some noise? That's fine, I'm sure that's like fucking dynamite in a handbag for some brosifs, but all I'm saying is when you get to thrash anything, while you're playing house or some shit, are you ever in jeopardy of getting mud on your doll's dress or whatever from busting out, and I quote, the mad stunts all wicked up ins? You know what I'm saying, bro, yo ma? I didn't actually play this game, but I gave it 1.5 hats out of 5 hats to keep it real. At this point, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Dennis, who was over the other day. We were gonna chill in front of the Dark Knight, and he was so psyched of it, y'all. So this one time, he was leaning against the screen door, and the shit popped open, the back deck was wet, and he slipped down the steps and broke his thumb on the lawn. It wasn't a long fall, but hey, I guess a thumb bone wasn't made for supporting the brunt of a huge, useless tool against wet grass. We never did watch Dark Knight on account of Ron trucking his ball and candy-ass girth to the hospital, but it's cool, I still got another watch in me, bro. Tell Rwanda. Bro notes, Dennis was so wasted. I mean, damn.
Read the
Yeah,
bottom.
spoiler, Dennis turns out to be the last boss. His broken thumb is his weak spot. John, capture log game bro. It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. Capture log magician's hat. You expend your final card on the magician's hat. Get funny glasses too. You don't have a free card in your Silodex, however you are able to merge the Beagle Puffs with the magician's hat to create a clever disguise.
Okay.
So clever.
Very clever disguise.
Wear disguise to fool dad. John? Who is this John you speak of? You are quite certain there has never been, nor ever will be— yeah, this is a really shitty disguise. While you're wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. And also somehow adding an extra card?
No, it frees up the space.
Yeah, if you're the space.
But it's still on the card.
It's on you now.
It's equipped.
John, leave room. You exit into the hallway. On one wall hangs a picture of a fellow who sure knows how to have a laugh. A man after your own heart. You always thought he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many hallowed tomes of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that, though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as he is quick to correct anyone who would venture such brazen as he is quick to correct anyone who would venture such brazen assumption. The Michael Cera photo is really just one of the first images that appears in a Google image search for beagle pus. John, go downstairs. The accursed odor of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the connivings of your arch nemesis Betty Crocker, and the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks to high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagined.
Why
this is a link to the Wikipedia page for Betty Crocker.
Why does he hate Betty Crocker so much?
Dad bakes so many cakes.
John,
cakes?
admire Harlequins.
It's all his dad makes.
He only gets cake. You check out the shelves of fanciful Harlequins. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad sure can be a real cornball. Sometimes at night you pray for burglars. John, examine fireplace. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April and not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire, because that's what a fireplace is for. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it! Categorically, at all times, without exception. As domestic myth of unaccountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon's an errant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You're almost certain Mark Twain said that. And that is apparently actually a Shakespeare quote.
That seems about right.
Toss Game Bro into fire. It doesn't burn as quickly as you hoped. Each Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos. For big ups to Mother Earth, yo. Dennis will have his revenge. John,
Bro tell Rwanda.
Fondly regard cremation. You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, an unabridged Colonel Sassacres. He never wants to talk about it. John, topple urn. You clumsily mishandle the sacred urn. Ashes everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty. You'd probably better clean it up before Dad finds it. Combine father's pipe with clever disguise. You think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise. Examine oversized gift. Champ, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Contemplating what could be...
Wait, was that just what you said before?
Basically. Contemplating what could be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous at the same time.
This is a pause for dramatic effect.
Open large present. Oh, hell no.
No.
John, capture log ashes. First, you prop the Harlequin doll up on the couch. Having it in the middle of the floor sprawled out all akimbo like that struck you as unseemly. You capture log the ashes to your available card. Combine ashes with urn. You merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ashes back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it probably would have been tidier if you just used a broom and dustpan. Put urn back. No one will be the wiser, except maybe for people with eyes. Go get fake arms again. You just got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. You pry them out of the cake and capture log them. Looks like Pester Chum is acting up again. John, examine third and fourth walls of room.
This is how
Oh, face
all of our
off
rooms should
and
be.
Armageddon.
Oh my god.
Face off and Armageddon classics.
Hey, there's also Ghost Dad.
When you're just
Dad.
continuing to make our point. This is
I
just
think you should
Who calls
redecorate your room,
Armageddon
Dylan.
a C
Yeah,
grade
Dylan, I think you
movie?
need to
It's
redo
got
your room,
Bruce
man.
Willis.
Yeah, well, Face Off has Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, apparently.
I love me some classic B films. Don't judge.
You just
He's
are John. John, check Pester Chum. Another one of your chums is messaging you. Check message.
I understand you've recently come to possession of a beta release of Game of the Year, as featured in the respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazines.
That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar, and you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever.
I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks.
Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to go get it from him, so BRB.
John,
What?
you're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You are typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous.
No, why would you think that? That's so stupid.
Okay. Why don't you go get the game from your father?
Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, JK, I was wearing a funny disguise this whole time. Gotcha. Hehehe.
I know, John.
Why does like some of that just seem like something Dylan would say?
I was wearing a funny disguise. It was me, Barry. I was wearing the funny disguise.
No, totally not. Like that just sounds like something Dylan might say.
It was me, Barry.
Fuck cake.
Let's not fuck the cake now. No.
Oh my god.
Thanks.
John, go back downstairs. You can now execute that brilliant idea you had. There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. Attach arms to doll. You don't care what Colonel Sassacre says. That makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. Inspect burnt paper on the floor. You put this back in the fire where it belongs. Bro.
Advertisement.
You got that.
Look for this product at the airport. Airport vendors are always loaded down with ridiculous amounts of Toblerone. As far as I can tell, the product is actually manufactured in airports, possibly as a result of FAA regulation.
You know, FFA, definitely. Throw present wrap in fire, as long as you're cleaning up. John, Captcha doll. You can carry hefty items, but that thing is just way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it. Read Colonel Sassacre's text. You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is, but this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it. Should I?
No.
No.
This isn't funny enough.
Okay. Find Dad and
Bro
retrieve
magazine.
mail.
Game Bro is much funnier.
The door on the left leads to the kitchen, from which the smell of baking wafts, a powerful aroma which could lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of time. He could be in either room. Where will you go? Go in the study. It doesn't look like he's in here right now. Examine Father's desk. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a stray captcha card. There's also a can of peanuts on the desk. Oh, Dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with.
Oh boy.
John, upgrade costume with hat from Hat Rack. You swap the magician's hat with the bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a lot more distinguished looking. John, combine second pipe with clever disguise. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he is a rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck, if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is. How you suffer for your comedy. Examine Captcha card. Yes, this will be perfect for expanding the space in your Captcha card. John, play haunting piano refrain. Anyway, John, play 52 pickup. Let's hope that is not copyrighted, because I don't know if that's an original piece or not.
Fine. Okay, that's just straight up the Joker.
That is the Joker.
You call that a jester?
You play
Harlequin.
the prankster's favorite card game, even though you are alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid. Look at this mess. The peanut gallery over there sure is getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to their scorn. Attempt to leave the house. You go back into the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into a dad encounter. Your television is currently airing a commercial.
Yo, the ecto cooler, the Hi-C ecto cooler. This is so cool.
In the bottom, Hussey said he recommends that you go look up that commercial and watch it. It's rewarding.
I think this is just I think this is just here because the book didn't have this.
It is rewarding.
It is rewarding.
John, exit. You exit the house. Check mail. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You've already been scooped by your father.
What? What is happening?
The streets are empty. Wind skims the voids, keeping neighbors apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed or, say, a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It's the one Desolation plays to keep its instruments in tune. It is your 13th birthday, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is only the latest sleight of hand in the repertoire of an unseen riddler, one to engender a sense not of mirth, but of lack. His coarse schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It is a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle of all. Absence diminishes little passions and increases great ones, as wind extinguishes candles and fans a fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you are certain Walt Whitman said that. 100% positive. You have a feeling it's going to be a long day. Leave a surprise for the mailman. No! See if
I'm gonna be honest, I do get those intrusive thoughts.
See if your father left the mail in the car. The door is locked and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package. There is also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that's usually in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take this stuff inside. Spy in the kitchen. You try to get a gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems your dad has been doing so much baking, the glass is steamed up. God, he is so weird. But you can see what's on the table just beside the window. It looks like the mail is there, including among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears to be suspiciously labeled with the sperm logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. Go back into the kitchen. You have no other choice. You are going in. Clever disguise. It's time to work your magic. Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't know what you were even thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip the clever disguise. Your dad wields a dreaded artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There's only one way to settle this. Strife!
Of course, you don't want us to fight your father. The only option available.
Real quick, I'm going to... I should have tested the audio of this stuff before. I'm going to lower the audio on the Homestuck collection.
Yeah, that's a tad loud.
Oh, right, this is just a loop of this. Retrieve the package and flee to your room. You cannot abscond! This pesky guardian is blocking your path. You will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And now he brandishes yet another artifact of confection. This man is ruthless. You better brace for impact in the most comedically striking fashion possible. Equip disguise for defense. The Beagle Aegis absorbs the brunt of the treat. Looks like Dad will enjoy the prankster's gambit on that exchange, as is usually the case. Why introduce one esoteric gaming system in a single panel when you can introduce two? The Beagle Aegis, or any sort of Aegis for that matter, was never mentioned again.
The Beagle Aegis.
John, capture log pie tin. You take pie tin and unequip the Beagle Pus. Everything in your Siledex is pushed back a card. The smoke pellets are ejected from the deck. Yes, this could be just the distraction you were... Nothing happens. What a huge letdown. John, take the cake. When two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. Wise words by a man who likely could resist everything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Sassacre's text out of your Siledex. Sassacre, you beautiful bastard. Now's your chance. John, abscond. Now that Dad is busy placating the smoke detector, you can safely sneak away. Take PDA. You snag your dad's PDA. Maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your spare capture log card is forced out of the Silodex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. Take package. This red package is addressed to you. Take envelope. You got the Spur beta. Exit kitchen. Get cake on couch. You capture like the cake on the couch, expelling the pie tin from the bottom card. Combine the cakes to make a double-decker cake. You then merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Silodex is smushed between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through first? Retreat upstairs. You pause at the juncture and head down the hall. You are going to need something to clean up the mess you are about to make by dissecting this cake. To the left is the bathroom. To the right is your dad's room. It is locked and you are forbidden from ever entering. He has secrets.
Like the sound of that.
John,
What's
go
he
to
hiding in
bathroom
there?
and grab a towel. You enter the
Hiding.
bathroom. You can see he's hiding
Dad things.
he's hiding lewd
Oh, boy.
photos of harlequins.
Definitely. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You enter the bathroom. You can see your backyard from the window. The jewel in its crown is the swing set, which has provided you with years of joy. There is also a spring-mounted pogo ride, which has been responsible for more than one painful injury and has provided you with years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor. On the rack to the side is a fresh towel. Remove PDA, envelope, and package from cake. You take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake. You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods. Retrieve your items. The items force the manhandled cake into the toilet. And just like that, your Silodex is full again. God, this thing is annoying. Go to bedroom. John, admire failure to launch poster.
It's not a game you know.
Yo, I don't know about that, but a time to kill.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
That failure to launch? That looks familiar.
It does look familiar.
I think I might have watched
It's
something.
got Matthew McConaughey though. That's a name I know.
So does whatever this is.
Some of these.
Yeah, that looks familiar.
The
I
office
think
at the bottom.
you just know these, and then Jacob and Raven are sitting in here just
It's
like
his
I have no idea what
McConaughey
they're talking
wall.
about.
You're not usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma could salvage any heap of smoldering wreckage. This is your McConaughey wall, a casual shrine to an amazing actor. The film above that one is a lot better, you think. Can you see her? I want you to picture that little girl. Chokes up. Now imagine she's white. You got us, Matthew. Smooth talking exposed our latent racism. Damn, you're good. John, check Pester Chum.
Get ready.
Oh god, here we go, Caden.
What? Am I the green?
You are the green.
Hi, happy birthday, John. Hello. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Hey, Gigi is looking for you. Why are you even so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? Did you do something to curry favor with ladies? Did you break your leg on a puppy or some shit? Dude, what are you doing?
I discovered a comet that is going to destroy the Earth, and it was named after me. Now I am famous, and everyone wants to talk to me a lot.
No, stop. Just, no. Don't talk about your awful stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man-bro crush on Matt McConaughey is an unsavory thing to behold.
McConaughey.
Hold up. Give me a second. Sounds like a noise a horse would make, i.e. dumb. Equally dumb are all those pictures of that clown you've got hanging up.
Those are my dad's.
I was talking about Nick Cage.
Oh, what? No, man. Cage is sweet. So sweet.
So lame. You don't even like him ironically or anything. This is like for real, isn't it?
I do things ironically sometimes. What about what I sent you for your birthday?
No, those are awesome.
What? No, they're stupid, which was the joke. The ironic joke. Get it? Wait, you're actually wearing them, aren't you?
I'm wearing them ironically, because they're awesome. The fact that they're ironic makes them awesome, and vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jeez, get a fucking pen.
You do realize they touched Stiller's weird sort of gaunt face at some point.
Ew, yeah. Oh well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail?
Yeah.
Did there happen to be a package there?
Yeah, there's a big red one.
You should probably open it.
I would, but it's trapped under the Spur beta, so I will probably open it after I install the beta.
Nah, man, the beta came.
Yeah, wanna play it?
No way.
Why not?
It sounds so hells of boring. Just get TT to play it. She's all about that.
Where'd she go?
Her internet's blinking in and out, I guess. Probably be back online soon. Oh, and Christ in a sidecar. Are you still using the stack modus? Seriously, dude, you need to bone up on your data structures. That shit is just ridiculous.
Okay, I will.
Alright, give me a second. I gotta go get a drink.
Okay. We can probably continue, right?
Yeah, I don't think Jade's gonna pop up anytime soon.
Not for a while, anyway. Open browser and go to mspaintadventures.com. You decide to space out on the computer for a while before doing anything important. You open the Typheus web browser and direct it to what is indisputably the most amazing website ever created. Homestuck was hosted on mspaintadventures.com for a while, I think I should clarify here. Oh god. The new adventure is okay, but you're not sure if you like it as much as the last one. Install the Spurb beta. You decide it's time for less meta and more beta. You insert the CD and install the Spurb beta. What the fuck is this? John, bone up on data structures. You go to your closet where you keep oh my god.
I'm back.
Okay. You go to your closet where you keep a lot of clothes and an array of handy computer programming guides. Don't worry, Caden, you missed like nothing. Read Data Structures book. You're not sure you really want to dig into this huge tome. It looks really boring and kind of ornery. Maybe you'll just check out that free modus instead. Get free fetch modus. You turn to the back inside cover where a free fetch modus is included in a plastic sleeve. This one is dictated by the logic of a queue data structure, operating on a first in, first out method rather than a first in, last out method of a stack. Apply fetch modus to Sylladex. Items captured in your Sylladex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card and must wait for items on upper cards to be pushed back to it. For instance, the red package is now inaccessible. You can only use the razor at the moment. This modus doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade to your previous one. In fact, it almost seems more inconvenient. You figure you might as well give it a chance, though.
The bottom.
But it's orange instead of hot pink. Upgrade substantial. Switch back to stack modus. You suddenly wonder if this is even possible. You don't even remember if you ever had a physical card for the stack modus. You find this all to be a little abstract, and you'd prefer not to think about it too much. Put down razor. Put it down? You're not quite sure you understand. Pick up 2 items. You capture like one of the cakes. You finally found a use for all these loitering pastries. Dead weight. Get other cake. The second cake causes the razor to launch out the front of your Sylladex. Oh good lord. That beautiful face! You wish the razor would have failed to launch.
Not McConaughey.
John, get more stuff. You open your magic chest and capture one of your favorite books of all time, Wise Guy by Mike Cavaney. There goes the fresh towel. Might as well grab those cuffs. You take the trick handcuffs, expelling the PDA like a bullet. Oh god damn it. Open up that package. You examine the package. It is from one of your internet chums. It's bound in packing tape, though. You'll need something sharp to open it. Ah, of course, the razor. It's also simple. You wonder why you didn't get razor. Pick up package again. Let's take this from the top. Capture log glass shards. You take 3 glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your Sylladex rains devastation on your room from above. And now that your cards are packed with glass, you probably don't want to do that anytime again soon. You should probably go get that stuff before you forget. Use the razor on the red package. You open the package. There's something suspicious inside. Something suspiciously dirty and smelly. It is a stuffed bunny, much like the one held hostage briefly by Malkovich's Cyrus the Virus while taunting hard luck protagonist Cameron Poe, and strikingly similar to the one scooped up from the soot of a burning Vegas strip by Cage's Poe and offered to his daughter, a gesture symbolic of a tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold. Poe wasn't much to look at, but he was a good man. But no, it is not merely like that bunny. According to this note of authenticity, it is the very same bunny. This is so awesome.
gotta love Con Air.
Check status of Spur Beta. It looks like your computer is trying to get your attention. Look at monitor. Check Pester Chum window. Slimer, ogle reader longingly.
It looks like you managed to retrieve the beta. Excellent. I'm gonna try to connect.
Whoa, okay, but I just got the most awesome present.
The rabbit?
So sweet.
I've heard tales of the wretched creature often. Its hallmark legend is practically ensconced in the fold of my personal mythology by now.
What?
Why don't we focus on the matter at hand?
Okay, the game. Okay, I don't really know how this works. What am I even looking at here?
You are running the client application. I am running the server, so I am the host user. I have established a connection with you. This is significant enough for to play the game.
Oh, okay then.
Why don't we get started?
John, press enter. Cool. Mouse over the interface buttons. Oh, right. Yo, we can
'Cause Holmes-
explore Athenium.
All this
Alchemy
is
X
like-
curses.
Now imagine if Homestuck was supposed to be a game like it was. Or imagine Homestuck was a game like it was supposed to be.
What? I thought it was supposed to be a game?
It was supposed to
a
be
game.
all made in Flash at the very least, so it probably would have been pretty game-like. Select Magic Chest. There's that stack modus. We've been dying to know where it went. Zoom out. Drop chest.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls.
Is my magic chest on the roof right now?
Yes.
Sad face.
I will try to be more careful next time.
Get the card. You find your missing stack fetch modus and quickly reapply it to your Sylladex. You can now opt for either the stack or queue modus anytime. You toggle between your fetch modi with gleeful abandon. the ghost on his shirt is now blue in this bottom panel. Apparently it's because of GIF compression. Looks like your dad is leaving again for more baking supplies. You're relieved to have the house to yourself again, if only for a few minutes. You just hope he doesn't notice the magic chest on the roof, or all the shit you threw out the window for that matter. TT, select stuff in yard and move it back into room.
Hey, do you think you could do me a favor? Can you grab all that stuff outside my broken window and bring it in for me?
I'll give it a shot.
Thanks.
No luck. It appears to be out of range. Guessing it's too far away from you, the player.
Sad face.
Select John. You cannot select a player. John abjures the meddlesome cursor. TT, select Bunny. Put the bunny back in the box. If you examine the full span of the bunny's long and storied existence, it has probably been taken out of and put back into boxes more times than Con Air has been washed by people. TT, revise room.
Just like The Sims.
TT, open Fernalia registry.
Suburb was real.
I don't.
Yes. Hey guys, we're gonna play Minecraft. Okay, cool. Opens up, and then it's just the next thing you know. Why is my house 3 times bigger?
TT, deploy totem lathe.
How would you want a lathe in your house?
John, examine totem lathe. You don't know what the heck this thing does, but it looks neat. TT, open grist cache. I'm gonna have to get used to saying these in front of every action, aren't I?
It seems expanding the dimensions of your room costs us some build grist, but deploying the lathe did not appear to incur any expense. It looks like certain objects are freebies, possibly to help you set up the game.
Wow, okay. What do they do?
I think it's up to you to find out. All I could do is drop stuff in your house and move it around, apparently.
How do I move stuff around? It sounds fun.
I don't think you can as a client. You'll need to install the server application. You should have received both in separate envelopes. I'm running both on my computer right now.
What?
Did you get another envelope in the mail?
No.
Once you install the server and establish a connection, I'm sure you'll be able to manipulate my environment in the same manner. Are you sure you didn't get it?
Oh man, I think I might know where it is.
Now that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? It will expand the range of the cursor and I can reach the items, which you threw out of the window.
Good idea.
What have you been doing here all afternoon anyway?
I was fussing with my stupid Siladex, but I think I have it under control now. What modus do you use?
I like to use trees.
Oh no, that sounds so awkward.
It's not exceptionally practical, but I think they are elegant.
John, stand in corner. TT, deploy Crextruder. Now that the Crextruder blocks the front door, you could almost say that John is officially Homestuck. Oh wait, he can still leave through the back door. Never mind. TT, deploy Alchemitor. Is it Alchemitor or Alchemiter? I don't know.
Why is the floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house?
Yes, 2 more large gizmos.
Sweet. What is with all these big contraptions?
If I had to guess, they appear to facilitate a sort of system involving punch card based alchemy.
To what end? I mean, what are we supposed to be doing in this game?
That remains to be seen. Maybe you should go investigate.
John, get PDA.
I wonder what his dad's gonna think when he comes home and he can't get in the front door.
Let me in.
Can't bake any cakes from outside.
You grab the PDA, switching back to stack modus so it is readily accessible. The interface is oddly sterile. No hilarious clown wallpapers or anything like that. Oops, you mean Harlequin wallpapers. The serious business application is open. It seems your dad uses it to keep tabs on various acquaintances. His fellow street performers, maybe? You guess the performing arts must be pretty serious business after all. I just read all of that. It is not interesting. Install Pester Chum. This should be useful. Now you can keep tabs on your chums while you wander around the house. John, go out to balcony.
Hey, I'm out on the balcony now. I am messaging from my dad's PDA.
The one you threw into the yard?
No, I am telling you. It jumped out of my Siladex like a frightened weasel.
What were you doing with it in the first place? I'm not sensing a lot of regard for your personal property for the personal property of others. Is this how your pent-up frustration with your father manifests itself?
What? No. Those were all accidents. Please, take your psychobabblings elsewhere, miss.
Your bathroom's a mess. Did you do that too?
Oh man, see, this isn't cool, all this snooping nonsense.
There's a cake in the toilet.
Yes, there is.
I'm tempted to clean it up for you.
Okay, if that will satisfy your weird, god complex, then go
That
ahead.
says OCD.
That I can't, my screen's too small. I can't see it. I thought OCD complex, then go ahead.
My obsessive compulsive disorder complex. Can a disorder also be a complex?
In your case, probably.
Sounds complicated.
Anyway, I'm going to have a look at this enormous platformy thingy you put on the balcony.
You could say it sounds complex. John, examine Alchemitor in a cautious manner. You have no idea what to do with this thing. You can't find any controls for it. Having exhausted all other possibilities, you just decide to stand on it. This isn't very cautious of you, actually. John, look through telescope. It is a clear, sunny day. Nothing out of the ordinary to report. At least not beyond the walls of your own home. TT, grab the soiled toilet. Hold up, wait. Oh, wait,
Whoops.
never mind.
Whoops, what? What was that noise? Is this something I should go investigate?
No, I have it under control. You can keep playing with your telescope.
John, investigate.
I think I can patch it up. Just give me a little space. Why don't you go have a look at the Cruxtruder?
The what?
The thing I put in your living room.
John, hop down the hole. You jump down to the utility room. John, get sledgehammer and card. You take the sledgehammer and the capture log card, combine the two, and quickly apply it to your strife specibus. You think it's cool that things don't always have to be a federal fucking issue. It looks like another one of your chums is pestering you on your PDA. John, answer
Caden?
chum. Wait, is it? Oh my god, it is.
Oh god. John, did you get my package?
Oh, hey, no, not yet.
Darn. Are you sure? It was in the green box.
Oh, yes, but it's in my dad's car and he is still out at the store. He should be back soon.
Great. So what are you up to today?
I am up to my neck in this sperm stuff. TT is making a royal mess of my house.
Well, what's Spurb?
Oh, it's this game. It's okay, I guess. I'm still figuring it out.
Whom? What was that?
What was what?
There's a lot of noise outside my house. It sounded like an explosion.
Wow, really?
I'll go outside and look.
Oh man, alright, but be careful, okay?
I will. Smiley face.
John, might as well check out the Cruxtruder.
Oh, hell no, you put this thing in front of the door.
There's a door there?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I just thought it fit nicely into the groove.
You thought it was elegant? Okay, well, what do I do with this thing? Hello? What are you doing? What are you up to now?
In The Sims, you'd always be dropping a fridge or something into a spot that looked fine. Then your sim would be standing around shrugging like an asshole for a while, and you'd wonder why. It was because the fridge was somehow blocking the path to the toilet.
Oh, I've had that.
Just like The Sims. Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's okay.
John, examine wheel on the Cruxtruder. When you turn the wheel, something seems to be pushing up from underneath the lid, but you aren't strong enough to make the lid come off. TT, put bathtub in driveway. On the tub's journey to the driveway, the connection is interrupted. John, scold TT.
You can see me, right? Tell me what is wrong with this picture.
Sorry, I just kept losing the wireless signal. Must be the weather. I'll look for the stronger signal in another part of the house, but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother. I battled through her cloud of gin in Desolation once already this evening.
Haha, yeah, I hear you.
Yes, cake, gestures, unflattering love and support. Quite a road to hoe there, though I suppose it's complicit for me not informing social services of your situation.
I know. What about going outside? Maybe we could catch a neighbor's signal.
That presents the same problem. Also, it's raining, remember? And dark.
It's dark already?
Yes, the sun has already had its way with us here on the East Coast. Its lurid glare has moved on to younger time zones.
Haha, okay.
John, hit Crickstruder with sledgehammer.
Need some help?
TT, pick up sledgehammer. to accurately picture what the Colonel sprite looked like when animated, close the book, get down on the floor, and flop around a bit. You are now having a seizure.
What is this thing, and what is that clock counting down to?
I've been looking at the game FAQ walkthroughs to figure out some stuff. Figure some of this stuff out. Hold on while I read further.
Okay.
All of these walkthroughs are extremely short. None progress much further than this point.
Weird. Well, I mean, it is a new game.
True. Now that I have the lid off, you will need to extrude some cruxite.
John, turn wheel again. You extrude one cruxite dowel. John, get cruxite.
I feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown is making me nervous. John? Oh, your PDA is trapped under the cruxite now, isn't it? Anyways, it looks like you are going to need the two.
TT, deploy pre-punched card. John, get card. A shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maims the Harlequin doll. John, capture log fanciful Harlequins. You take 2 fanciful Harlequins. The additional useless freight pushes your PDA to the last card. You then switch to the Q modus so you can access the PDA. More glass shrapnel flies from the deck.
This thing keeps following me around. I think it's trying to talk to me or something.
That is probably the Colonel sprite. It apparently needs to be prototyped twice, actually. Whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written.
Okay. Well, you are the one with the cursor, so just do whatever you think is the right thing to do. Also, fix my bathroom.
Alright, let's take 5 for a second. I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay. This is one heck of a journey.
Yeah. It's already almost midnight.
We're just going, man.
It's worse.
We're just going.
It's going.
Oh boy.
It gets worse. That there were a lot of these pester logs. Wait until later.
Who can dislike Mac and me?
Oh my lord, you're back on this.
Mac and me. It's like imagine E.T. but the protagonist is way weirder. Like the alien's way weirder, is a baby, and also the kid is in a wheelchair.
What?
And you have the plot of Mac and me. Also, everything is way more horrifying. I think maybe I'm just misremembering this character, but I think the alien's family gets run over by a car.
Oh my lord!
But, again, I haven't seen this movie. I've watched it through Mystery Science Theater, which is essentially just watching the movie, but I didn't watch it fully. Also, like, everything is way creepier than in E.T. And yeah, and then like the alien messes up the kid's room or something at the house because they just moved to Texas or something, and the family all blames on the kid in the wheelchair, which is kind of like, this kid is in a wheelchair. How did he mess up this entire house?
Oh my lord! I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab.
Hear me out, guys. If we can get this to 25 likes, we will watch Mac and Me.
You can't be making promises while Jacob's not here.
I will make promises.
Ooh, let's
We
make all the
will
promises you
include
want.
this.
Jacob's not here to stop us. He's just gonna stick with it.
If this gets 40 likes, we'll watch all the movies talked about in Homestuck.
We will watch every single film.
In order of release date.
We'll also do lessons on data structures.
Oh god, that's all you get, sir.
I'll be right back.
Okay,
God damn it, I just got back.
we're making like promises that I don't know if we can hold.
Oh my god.
If we can get to 40 likes, we'll watch the entirety of Mac and Me.
Oh my god.
Let me come back and explain. I was just explaining the plot of Mac and Me. So Mac and Me is like, imagine E.T., but the alien is way creepier, and the child is in a wheelchair. And it's way the aliens are like way creepier. And if I remember, I think either the alien almost gets run over by a car, or the alien's family gets run over by a car.
Wow.
and then the alien messes up the kid's like house and stuff, has just moved to Texas or someplace.
Jesus.
And then the family all blames it on the kid in the wheelchair, which is kind of like, if the kid's in a wheelchair, how did he do any of this? Mac and Me. If we get 40 likes.
You know, technically, we're not promising to record our reaction to it, so we could just say we did it.
Okay, different stretch goal. If we can get 40 comments saying Mac and Me, we'll watch it.
At any point in time, so this could be 5 years after this video comes out.
40 comments. That's called Mac and it just has Mac and Me in it. We'll watch Mac and Me.
It just says Mac and Me.
They're like, watch this one person make like 400 different accounts just to comment all of this.
So you're back right
One
there.
person comments.
One person. Watch it be going.
We got a new goal. So 40 likes, we gotta get 40 people to comment Mac and Me for us to watch Mac and Me.
Watch Dylan make 40 accounts just so we have to watch this movie.
just so you
A
guys have to
wing,
watch Mac
B
and
wing,
Me.
C wing.
All the
A wing,
wings.
B B.
TT.
Going on
No,
and on.
it's like hex code, so it's 1 wing, 2 wing, 3 wing, and then eventually once it gets past 9, it has to go A wing, B wing, C wing.
Yeah, that would be.
TT, drop maimed
Interesting.
Harlequin into Colonel Sprite.
Oh no. Oh no.
The Colonel Sprite has been prototyped with the Harlequin doll.
I still don't understand this thing's gobbledygook. Gobbledygook.
That was only tier 1 prototyping. There'll be another tier to be to the prototyping process, which for all of us we know merely advances the entity through increasingly esoteric states of linguistics.
The clock is ticking. We don't have much time for this asinine tomfoolery.
This unmitigated poppycock.
Extravagant hogwash. Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly things you're typing. I'm going upstairs to the big platformy thing.
The alchemiter?
Question mark, question mark.
Try to learn the lingo.
John can't speak fleur-de-lis? Man, what a noob. John, use pre-punched card with the alchemitor. There is no slot for a card anywhere to be found on the alchemitor. The Colonel Sprite followed you upstairs. TT, explore Athenium. Acquiring a Crixite dowel seems to have populated the Athenium with one item, a perfectly generic object. John, captchalogue telescope. Oh, wait.
Oh no.
Oh no.
There it goes.
You snatch the telescope from its tripod. Who knows, it might be useful. But more importantly, it pushes the Crixite to the last card, making it available for tinkering. The PDA is predictably jettisoned into the yard over the neighbor's fence. John, put Crixite on weird pattern on alchemitor. You place the Crixite dowel on the alchemitor's small pedestal. Something is happening. You set the alchemitor to cast 3 perfectly generic objects for some reason, expending a total of 6 units of build grist. These things look completely useless. What a waste! Out of the corner of your eye, you notice there's something in the sky. John, switch modus and use telescope to inspect sky. Switch back to stack modus and get a closer look with your telescope. Whatever it is, the Colonel Sprite seems particularly agitated about it. You're no astronomer, but its trajectory looks suspiciously head-on with your current perspective. This is a troubling development. John, high-five Colonel Sprite. Yeah, you figured you left him hanging long enough. John, attempt to ingest a unit of build grist. It is tempting because they strongly resemble rock and blue raspberry gushers. However, units of Bildgrist are a gaming abstraction and do not seem to exist on the physical plane. There's apparently no crisis so imminent that will deter you from contemplating idiotic and frivolous actions. Yeah.
Your dad is getting home. John, what did you do with your PDA this time? I'm working on the bathroom. We're running low on Bildgrist.
TT, revised bathroom. John, run to your room and contact TT through Pester Chum. 2 chums have been trying to message you. John, answer chums.
I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on Bildgrist.
Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? Now there's a meteor heading for my house.
I see. Do you suppose it has anything to do with the game?
I don't know, maybe. What do I do?
I think it's very likely. The walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. Their already poorly constructed sentences become even more curt and ambiguous, as if written hastily and with a sense of alarm. Actually, their dedication to updating the walkthrough under such circumstances is admirable.
Wow. Fascinating.
If the meteor
question mark.
If the meteor is a game construct, I think the only thing to do is to proceed and try to solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using the lathe. It says you can use the card on it, but it's more specific than that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Really, it is a labor to read this dribble. If I read any more, my brain will need to be spoon-fed from a jar while it blows spit bubbles in a high chair. I think I'll need to write my own walkthrough. That is, after we make sure you don't die.
Hey, I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you, in my rough and tumble, dirty, wife-beaterly sort of way. Also, I hope you appreciate how many no-talent douches had their mitts on that bunny before you. It's like a grubby baton in some huge douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you?
Oh man, the bunny was awesome, but I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Spurb, and it's kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house.
Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game. And for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of flighty broads and their snarky horse shit altogether.
And now there's a meteor coming, and I'm not even joking about that. It's like a big asteroid or comet or something. It's in the sky, heading right for my house.
Oh man, how big is it?
I don't know, big, I guess. I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the Earth isn't blown up.
Like the size of Texas or just Rhode Island? They're always throwing around these geographical comparisons to give us a sense of scale, like it really means anything to us. But it's like, it doesn't matter. It's always just like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh yeah? How big is it? It's the size of Texas, sir. Oh shit. Or, how big is it? It's the size of New York City, sir. Oh shit. Sir, I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh snap. Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah? Well, it's that big, sir. That sounds pretty big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. Earth is literally under siege by planet fucking Jupiter. Oh shit. Anyway, later. John, use pre-punched card on totem lathe. You slip the pre-punched card into a slot on the totem lathe. Above the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now you just need something to lathe. John, take Kruxite to totem lathe. Cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the Kruxite dowel you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hallway, leery of your dad, who is presently puzzling over the new fixture in his hallway.
As any normal person would.
The perfect crime. You retrieve the Kruxite dowel. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs, presumably to do some more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass. John, use Kruxite dowel on totem lathe. You clamp the Kruxite in the lathe. John, activate lathe. The lathe carves one totem. You take the totem.
Alright, I use the lathe to make this blue shapey thing. Now I guess I take it back to the alchemixer again. Hello?
Tentacle Therapist is no longer connected. Oh no.
No.
The bathtub is blocking his door, and he can't get out. You know what that means? John is homestruck all over again. Homestruck is a common typo of Homestuck. Only idiots make that mistake, though. Oh, here we are. A young lady stands in her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power, along with her wireless internet connection. This has severed her link to a popular video game she is playing with a young man at a critical moment. That young man is relying on this young lady to re-establish a connection somehow. This young lady named... It's on the tip of your tongue. What was the name of this young lady again? Enter name. No, that wasn't it. One more time. Examine room. Your name is Rose. As was previously mentioned, you are without electricity, although your laptop computer still functions on battery power. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature. You enjoy creative writing and are somewhat secretive about it. You have a fondness for the bestially strange and fictitious, and sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis. You also like to knit, and your room is a bit of a mess. And, on occasion, if just the right one strikes your fancy, you like to play video games with your friends. What will you do? Rose, retrieve arms from the purple box. The purple package's contents are private. No one is allowed to look inside. Rose, writhe like a flagellum and puke on your bed. Ugh, what a terrible idea. The thought alone makes you sick to your stomach. Rose, stroke writing journal and mutter, "My precious." You would only resort to such an embarrassing activity while no one was watching. These journals are for your eyes only. Rose, get violin. You capture the violin, storing it in the root card of your Silodex. Rose, play a haunting refrain on the violin. You waste approximately 40 seconds playing the violin while your friend is in peril. Nice time management skills there, sweetheart. John, tell Liv Tyler you love her before impact. Since your good-for-nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out in time, you issue words of parting fondness to dear sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn, blue-collar, salt-of-the-earth father. Then she would fall into your arms for consolation, and you would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis proud. Rose, captchog knitting supply bag. You get the knitting bag. It occupies the left leaf card under the violin per the Tree Modus's alphabetical sorting method. Yeah. Rose, look out window. Your panoramic view offers a view of your yard below and the mausoleum housing your dead cat Jaspers, who died when you were young. Your mom had the structure erected with a spirit of scornful irony in response to your youthfully innocent request to hold a funeral for the animal. At least that is how you have come to interpret the gesture in retrospect. You can also make out a silhouette of the laboratory next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. You may be able to connect to the signal from a different part of the house, perhaps if you seek higher ground. Rose, get laptop. You take your laptop and prepare to make the journey through the house. L is less than V. L is greater than K. We're gonna have to get used to this, folks. This causes the tree to be unbalanced, so your Silodex auto-balances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root card, while the other two items comprise the leaves. Rose, examine book on desk. How many people are really understanding how the tree modus works? Raise your hand. Or caring, for that matter. This book is absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk, of which there are very few. You guys still there?
Yep.
Of course.
Just making sure, okay. Rose, take book. You take the grimoire. Rose, go explore the house. You leave your bedroom. Hanging just next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things ironically. She must know how much you detest them, and there is no doubt in your mind she stores these dreadful things in the house to bother you. Down the hall to the right is the way to the God damn it.
Observatory? Or observatory?
Down the hall to the right is the way to the observatory. Perhaps you will be able to connect from up there. Your mother's room is also in that direction. You will have to watch your step. Rose, tiptoe to observatory. You approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond the juncture is the observatory. Rose, sneak by. This door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there in quite some time. Rose, go through door. The door opens to an exterior walkway leading to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before. Oh, the things you'll do to help out a friend. Rose, hurry up to that observatory. Rose, try to connect. You first put your laptop down on the floor to get it situated, but removing it from the root guard causes all the branches and leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously on the floor. Rose, see what you can observe. You're in a hurry, sure, but that doesn't mean you can't take time to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the clouds. It seems a flurry of smaller meteoroids is streaking steadily in overhead. You're not sure what this means, but it is somewhat disconcerting. Rose, stack laptop on Grimoire to maximize elevation. You'll need every advantage you can get. Rose, access a laboratory Wi-Fi network. There are several signals being broadcasted from the laboratory, each of relatively decent strength. One of them is mysteriously and quite conveniently unsecured, requiring no password. You select the signal and reconnect to the game with John.
I'm back.
Hurry up and open my door. Not that it even matters. I think I'm probably dead no matter what.
Patience. You still haven't used the new totem.
Hmm?
I believe it will create the item on the punch card.
So what is it? Like an apple or something? What good will that even do?
We'll see. I found no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item, and the content of the card appears to be variable from session to session. In one instance, it was described as an edgy-looking thing.
Do we have enough of those building jewels to make it?
According to Athenium, it is a free item. This speaks to its importance, in my view. Now off you go.
Rose, remove door from hinges. There goes the rest of your build, Grist. Rose, put bathtub back. You probably should have just done this in the first place. John, take totem to alchemeter. Gotta get those stupid blocks out of the way first. The Colonel Sprite is getting awfully worked up about all of this. Rose, remove blocks. You store the perfectly generic objects in your Fernalia registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time. John, take bite of apple.
Make Bruce Willis proud.
Years in the future, but not many.
Should we call it here? It's getting pretty late.
Yeah, I think we finish up with Act 1 here.
Yeah, I think Act 1. I think I'm tired. But if we have time, I want to work on it. I'm tired. I can't keep
I think
doing
one
the
act
voices.
an episode is good enough.
That will not be feasible to maintain, dude. That is not going to work.
Have
I
you
don't know how to
seen
wait.
how long
No.
Act 6 is?
No, that's the
No,
point. I don't know
that's
anything
the
about
point.
this.
Act 6, Act 5, Interlude 4.
I think we'll call it here, folks. Make remember to like, comment, subscribe, comment, Mac. and
Do
me.
not comment Mac and me.
Do it. If it hits
Do
40
it.
comments,
John
if it comes out
commands
40
you.
times, we will watch all the movies in this.
We are not.
Yes.
No, we are not
Yes.
promising
We
that.
could watch Mac and me. I don't think anyone would
We could watch
copyright
Little
strike Mac and
Monsters,
me.
okay?
I'm sure somebody
watch
would
Little
copyright
Monster.
strike Mac and me.
I mean,
we could at least watch Little Monster, okay? That's not that
MST3K
bad.
was able to do it. MST3K was able to do it.
Yeah,
and they didn't get-
MST3K also definitely qualifies as parody.
Yeah, and we could do it as parody. We just do what they do.
Yeah, we're just
Just
reacting.
everyone get a face cam, and there we go.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Or when we got our like PNG
What
tools.
is
We got
this?
our, like little like Homestuck guys to watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could
Wow.
create a
Wow.
VTuber type
This
thing
is,
for our little guys.
This is important and will not come up for a while. Anyway,
I hope you
Oh.
all new Homestuck people are enjoying it just as much as Cade and I.
It's just like the stupid little jokes that they put in there. It's great.
Anyway, if you guys have read Homestuck, be chill.
Don't spoil it in the comments for people who haven't. That's not cool. Be cool. Like Matthew McConaughey.
It's a little hard to spoil Homestuck without explaining so much.
Fair enough. It's like,
That's a good
hey,
point.
Hey, this character disappears. What do you mean he disappears? It's the main character. He can't just disappear. Oh, fuck you. He does anyway.
I think I remember what happens on the next page, and if I'm right, we're gonna be off to a certainly interesting start.
Sorry, I think if the main character disappears because of that would be one hell of a way to
anyway.
expose
Like,
myself.
comment, subscribe, ring that
No
bell.
comment, okay.
Subscribe to our Patreon. We don't have
Subscribe to
We
the
don't have one of
non-existent
those.
Patreon. Go
Yes.
follow us on Twitter, Facebook, on
MySpace.
yeah, on
Twitch.
MySpace,
Tumblr.
yeah, Tumblr.
MySpace.
Go follow us on Napster.
Go download Rat Collector.
Yeah, go install Rat
What?
Collector on Steam.
Watch our new series that'll be coming on Netflix soon.
You know,
Yeah.
you can go
Netflix
check us
starring.
out on Spotify, Spoofy. Let's see.
Don't forget SoundCloud.
Yeah, you know, buy
Join
our
our Reddit
go,
page.
go buy our book. It's a Bed Bath and Beyond exclusive.
Don't forget the dice.
Don't forget
buy
about
our
the
exclusive
personal
dice
scents that we
collection.
have in Bath and Body Works.
Wait, I wonder what
check
Homestuck
out, like-
smells like.